reason why we built
Out of my home, I needed other individual can share with me on this freelancing journey.
The reason why we have built the Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative is to help the ICT graduates, aspirant freelancers, and this is also to help them develop, explore, and acquire new skills when it comes to online professional industry.
Ang paglambo o kalampusan sa usa ka organisasyon nagadepende sa kalidad sa mga miyembro o mga lideres niini. Ang FOPSCo dili lang adunay maanindot kayo nga advokasya o misyon na matabangan kitang tanang mga online professionals na magkahiusa, mulambo o mutubo kita sa atong pagpanarbaho o pagnegosyo online.
FOPSCo for me is a digital opportunity for me to develop and share my skills.
I joined FOPSCo as one of the founding members because I knew FOPSCo is going to be backed by other veteran online professionals and freelancers, thereby having experienced, solid, and passionate founding members that we have today.
I joined FOPSCo because the vision of the co-op aligns with my personal vision to provide much needed support to online professionals nationwide.
I joined FOPSCo because the people that I've met have the same values, mission, and vision as mine. And that is to provide assistance, free training, and coaching to those who wants to jumpstart their career as a freelancer.
I joined the FOPSCo community because it promotes collaboration instead of competition.
I joined FOPSCo because this is a group with a helping hand.
I wanted to be part of an organization that would be a pioneer group of individuals who will be working to promote online freelance.
It's a great privilege to be part of the first national-based cooperative for online professionals with a pool of seasoned.
Join FOPSCo. It is important for us to have a network of people that could help us in terms of just simple advice.
So the reason why I joined FOPSCo is because it was founded by people who I trusted, people who were already established in the industry, and they thought that it was such a great opportunity to be able to work with them.
I joined FOPSCo because it's the first national-based cooperative for online-based professionals.
So I joined FOPSCo because I love the values, its mission and vision to help more Filipinos.
Why I joined FOPSCO? It is all because the values, the mission of FOPSCO really aligned to my values also.
I joined the Filipino Online Professionals Cooperative because I wanted our individual reputations to have a collective reputation for excellence.
Well, the reason why I joined FOPSCO is to have a community where I can grow as an online professional.
The reason why I joined FOPSCO is to give back to the community and be able to help each other.
I joined FOPSCO because I want to share my skills and my talent with all online professionals.
The reason why I joined FOPSCO is that I don't want to miss the opportunity to join the first cooperative that is created specifically for online freelancers.
I joined FOPSCO because I can see that it will help me improve and develop my skills and my personality.
I joined FOPSCO because I am very inspired with their achievements and advocacy in promoting and helping Filipino freelancers.
Being a member of FOPSCO surely brings a lot of wonderful memories on how I started out with my career.
I joined FOPSCO because I want to be a part of this online professional community where I can gain more knowledge, skills, and support from the group.
I joined FOPSCO because harmonious FOPSCO family relationship and understanding between business associates that bring me a peace of mind.
Why choose FOPSCO? They offer opportunities and trainings for freelancers.
First national-based cooperative for online professionals, which is FOPSCO, a community of expert freelancers in the Philippines, which gave me the opportunity to further hone my skills in social media.
I joined FOPSCO because I believe in the mission, vision, goals, and objectives of the organization to further enhance and develop the industry of online professions and virtual work in the Philippines.
I joined FOPSCo because I saw the potential growth is not just reaching one's goals and being successful, but there is camaraderie.
So I'm here with FOPSCO, and it is my way of paying it forward to the guidance that I also received when I was a startup.
Joining FOPSCO, I finally found my home, a family, a community of like-minded individuals who share the same passion, vision, and pains.
I joined FOPSCO because I want to empower my fellow freelancers to be the best that they can be.
That's a big yes. We really are growing together. Hello, Pops Lancers! Happy Tuesday night sa inyong lahat and welcome again sa FOPSCo Academy. So again, for this month, all of our webinar series are about ESL, and tonight, our topic is entitled Teaching Outside the Box, a Guide in Organizing ESL Lesson Plan. Again, this training is for our FOPSCo members, DICT graduates, and aspirant freelancers who wants to develop, upskill, and explore more about the freelancing or online professionals industry. Also, this is in collaboration with FOPSCo Media and FOPSCO, or the Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative. I'm Sydney Vanessa Datu, and I'll be one of the moderator tonight. Just a reminder po sa ating mga Zoom participants, please put your phone on silence mode, mute unnecessary noise that can interfere our webinar, respect one another here because we are mature enough to know what's right and wrong, and of course, we are seeking for your active participation. Also, I am reminding you that our question and answer will follow after the discussion of our speaker. So I guess everything is set up now. Let me call Miss Abby, my amazing co-moderator tonight, to introduce our speaker tonight. Good evening, Miss Abby.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Welcome once again to another edition of FOPSCo Academy. Of course, bukod sa akin, guys, kompleto kami tonight. We also have Miss Celeste Sawamoto. Hello, Miss Celeste. Magandang gabi.
Hello, Miss Cindy. Hello, Miss Mavic. Good evening, world. Good evening, Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Kamusta na ba yung weather natin dyan?
Yes, at the moment, napakainit dito sa Cavite, guys. By the way, before I introduce our guest for tonight, babatiin muna natin ang ating napakagandang co-host for tonight na belated happy birthday, Miss Sydney!
Thank you po. Thank you.
And of course, hello to all our Facebook Live viewers. Sige, isa-isahin ko muna sila. Hello, Professor Ron! Good evening. Nagiging regular na natin si Professor Ron. Nakakatuwa.
Hello, Professor Ron.
Diba?
Self-review ka na soon.
Yes. And also, Nelly Martinez. Magandang gabi. Good evening. Watching from Valencia City, Bukidnon. Okay, I guess everything is set up. Pwede na tayong mag-move on. Okay, let me introduce our resource speaker for tonight. Siyempre sa mga aspiring mga aspiring ESL teachers, okay, English as a second language teacher, baka kailangan nyo itong ating topic for tonight. It's teaching outside the box. Okay, organizing ESL lesson plan. Magagamit nyo to, especially kung kayo ay maghahanap ng mga private na mga students. Okay, private tutors. Okay, our speaker for tonight, umpisahan ko na, is a certified online professional. She was just an aspirant virtual assistant before, but now she is working full-time as a social media manager, email marketing manager, wow, content creator, and of course, ESL teacher in the daytime. Hataw to si ma'am, okay. She is also working as a part-timer social media manager in another US-based company at night. Ito ay talaga yatang wala ng tulugan. Yung literal na sinasabi natin, walang tulugan, di ba? As a self-starter, virtual assistant focusing on social media marketing. One of her primary duties is to stay updated with what's happening in social media. However, it is not easy to achieve knowing that she is just a newbie in the freelancing industry. Lesson planning is one of the most crucial aspects of teaching. And also, our guest for tonight, our resource speaker, Miss Christine Dal Buico. Hello, good evening, Miss Christine.
Hi po, good evening everyone. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome back, Miss Christine.
Welcome back, Christine.
Thank you for having me here. Charet.
Miss Christine, teka muna, bago tayo pumunta sa ating discussion for tonight, pwede mo bang sabihin kung nasaan ka ngayon? Saan ang location mo ngayon, Miss Christine?
I'm currently working po dito sa Bislig City, Surigao del Sur. And as of now, charet, talagang specific, I'm in my room.
O guys, yung mga nanonood, pakisulat na naman, pakitype naman dyan kung saan ang location nyo ngayon, ha? Si Miss Christine ay nasa Surigao. Okay, I guess everything is set na. Miss Christine, are you ready for your presentation tonight?
Ready.
Okay, you may now share your screen.
Thank you po. Okay.
Ibang klase din to si Miss Christine. Kasi siya, kung sa pa to, Rosana Roses natin yan sa freelancing industry. Yung babaeng walang pahinga, Miss Miss Mavic. Oo.
Grabe. Hindi naman siguro, kakapahinga ko lang din.
Mga ilang minuto. Nag-ano lang siya ng energy para sa ating presentation tonight. Nag-ipon ng energy.
You're dapat.
At saka Miss Sydney, yung topic ni Miss, oh my God, Miss
Christine.
Miss Christine, you share screen.
Disabled po, wait.
Sige.
Try.
Habang nagka-try pa siya mag-share ng screen.
Very timely yung topic ni Miss Christine, special for those mga beginners na mga ESL teachers. At saka yung naman, yung nag-ESL teaching na talaga, they are having some problems na okay na?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, everything is ready. Okay, Miss Christine.
Can you see my screen now? Charet.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So welcome everyone for tonight's topic. I will be tackling or discussing about teaching outside the box, a guide in organizing ESL lesson plan. So, since malapit na yung examination or licensure examination for teachers, let's relate your course to all aspiring teachers who may not be able to jump into let's say di naman 100% talagang papasa, baka gusto nyo mag-jump into ESL teaching, so this is the best time for you to learn about it. So here tonight I'll be sharing few tips and also the importance of having a ESL lesson plan during your ESL lesson. Okay, so let's start. So what is a lesson plan? Everybody must know, aspiring teachers, ESL teachers, public teachers, private teacher, tutor must know that you cannot teach or your lesson will not be achievable without a lesson plan. So a lesson plan is a tool that teachers use every day to establish what students will learn, how the lesson will be delivered, and how learning will be assessed. And to cut it short, kung sa mga architect or sa mga engineer, ito yung blueprint nila, ito yung mapa nila. So a lesson plan is a roadmap that shows you how to cover various topics in a curriculum that may also be used as a tutoring tool. Okay, so lahat naman siguro ng mga aspiring teachers, mga educators, yung mga college students taking up BS Ed, BE Ed, alam ang mga ganito. So, this is not just applicable for yung mga nasa linya ng edukasyon. Of course, ESL are also inviting everybody, ma-engineer graduate ka man, ma-agriculture graduate ka man, nursing graduate ka man, to apply in a particular ESL company. Okay, so let's move on. Klaro na ang lesson plan. Yun yung guide natin during our lesson, even if it's a day or in an hour. So, what is the purpose of lesson plan? So, the purpose is to enable teachers to function more effectively in the classroom by giving a detailed outline that they adhere to during each class. During there could be not just a detailed pero may iba na outline lang yung binibigay. Lesson mo 12 hours a day, kung gusto mo lang naman, kaya mo lang din naman, tapos mag-consume ka pa ng time to make a detailed. So I'd like to emphasize in this slide na it doesn't really have to be detailed. Of course, you just need to outline what is achievable within that our session. Okay, next, the importance of lesson planning in teaching. So the importance is to emphasize by the requirement for clarity and comprehension in terms of how the entire learning process will be handled, as well as how students will understand and store the knowledge that is being passed on to them. Okay, so alam naman natin gaano ka-importante. Aside sa purpose niya na it is a roadmap sa ating, it is a guide during our lesson, we must also know that it is also important for us teachers, online teachers, na may for students, kasi hindi sila mawawala. Yung guided yung lesson nila, yung from let's say from review up to, or from review from the previous lesson up to giving feedback or being productive, or you're producing product, or kung practicing what is or what has been taught during the lesson. So yun yung importansya ng ating lesson plan. Next, for the fifth slide, we have here the benefits of lesson planning. So what are the benefits of lesson planning? Number one, providing instructors with advice. Yes, teachers' learning objectives should be clarified. Of course, a particular lesson plan is not achievable without, of course, the teachers' learning objectives. Alam naman natin how important kung sa during our college days, we are taught to have the cognitive, the psychomotor, and then the affective domains, ating objectives. In our ESL, I believe applicable din yung mga ganyan. Of course, you cannot teach without heart, kasi kung walang puso yung pagtuturo mo sa estudyante mo, parang ano ka lang, robotic na ganun, parang ganun yung dating mo, robotic na teachers. So yes, it is also important to apply those three domains sa teaching. Pagdating naman sa psychomotor, you do not really have to make the student around the corner. Just make them, let's say for example, if you are teaching a beginner, yung mga 5 years old, do not let them go around especially pag wala yung nanay nila or tatay nila to guide them. Just let's say for example, if your lesson is all about the bird, you just make gestures like this. It will, the learning is really visible para sa kanila na rin. Aside sa pictures, you can let them act also. Okay, so parang ganun. Next is increasing the effectiveness of lessons. Of course, more effective ang lesson if guided yung lesson natin with the right lesson plan. Next, visualization of the entire teaching process is possible. Yes, ito rin yung time na visualize mo or budget mo yung time mo also, kung ilang minutes ka ba, let's say for example sa review session, sa activities, or sa ano pa, and then sa last part ng lesson. Yes, thank you so much. And ito rin yung panahon na ma-visualize mo if effective ba talaga yung magiging lesson mo from the beginning to the end. So, and also lastly, making it easy for children to learn. One of the importance of having a lesson plan is that hindi yung kahit ano na lang naiisip mo, yun na lang yung sinasabi mo. Parang ganito, we are, I am providing a slide to everybody para hindi naman yung kahit ano na lang yung naiisip ko, yun na lang yung sinasabi ko. So, sa Bisaya pa, hanay, okay, ordered, okay, systematic yung learning. Yes, yun yung nagigain ng mga viewers natin, listeners natin, or in relation to that, sa students natin. Next. We have, okay, things to consider in making ESL lesson plan. So, ito yun. During my time, I wasn't really able to make lesson plans sa mga companies na naturuan ko. But I have that one client before who would like me since beginning starting pa lang yung company nila, they would wanted me to make a lesson plan for them, but it was not really released since parang di naging successful yung company nila. I don't know what happened. Basta yun. So tonight, if you're planning to be ESL teachers, freelancers, we are the independent service provider. Aside from having your own laptop, having your own internet connection, kung gusto mo talagang magturo at may kliyente ka naman, nababalik-balik sa'yo, yung mga masugid mong mga kliyente, of course, you can build your own company. Okay, you yourself can build your own company. And for that, for you to be able to, para magawa mo yan, kailangan mong mag-build up ng mga lesson plan mo. Not just isa, but maramihan na rin for future na magagamit mo. Yes. Next, learning objectives. So let's talk about learning objectives. What is the target language you want to, Okay. So learning objectives, what is the target language you want to teach? ESL, more topics to be discussed in ESL is not really focusing on psychomotor or affective domain. It really focuses on the cognitive or the language itself. Kasi your clients, not always, but almost. I mean, I myself taught English language as a secondary language sa mga Chinese, Korean, and Japanese students ko before. So yeah, it's more on teaching English language to children, mapa-beginner man yan, mapa-expert, or kung gusto nila, if your client mo, if gusto business English ang topic nila. So that's it. What do you expect your learners will be able to accomplish by the end of the lesson? Of course, sakop ng learning objectives, ang sagot kung ano yung gusto mong, yung expected outcome mo sa lesson mo, right? So defining your teaching objectives will assist you in achieving an overarching circular goals, creating purposeful lessons, and measuring particular outcomes for each individual class. Okay, so that's the learning objectives all about. Next, let's move to, saan ako? Okay. To the materials. Okay, this is one of the crucial part. Okay, sinasabi kong crucial part kasi I have this experience before na yung isang company is I was teaching mga 5 years old, 6 years old, and parang allowed yung pagpapakita ng phone o yung mga images sa phone, mo lang siya, ipa-place mo lang sa camera mo. Yes. Our topic was all about, pero given the fact ng topic is horror movie, of course, hindi mo talaga may iwasan na ipapakita mo yung yung bida sa It, or yung clown na creepy. Yes. So, yes, that's it. Pinakita ko yun and then umiyak talaga yung bata. My God. So, yung masasabi ko about some teaching materials, dapat i-organize mo rin siya accordingly or related sa mga age ng tuturuan mo. Yung hindi mo tatakot pag pinakita mo si Pennywise, diba? So, note all the required materials for lessons so you don't forget to prepare the necessary supplies for class. Visual aids, projector, this is something if let's say, for example, yes, okay. Face-to-face or, okay. Markers for writing board. Yun yung students mo, yung aged 5 years
Yes.
old. Yes.
Kasi 'di ba Miss Christine, pag sinabi kasi nating ESL, hindi naman siya yung by level kasi 'di ba? Ang
Yes. Kani Pennywise if yung topic niya is something horror kasi ano na siya?
may mas elder na
Kaya
siya, mas
na niya,
maintindihan.
yes. Kaya na niya. Kasi papakita mo sa 5 years old, my goodness, talagang iiyak yun. So, that's it. Next is the time. It's crucial, yes. It's crucial to plan how much time you think each part of your lesson will take you so that you have enough material, but not too much, to teach the lesson well within the allotted class time, including one optional activity at the end of class to anticipate any leftover time you might have. Pagdating sa time, para ka rin isang ina dito. Dapat alam mo paano mag-budget. Hindi lang ng money, kundi ng time.
I love it.
Alam mo, pag nag-ESL ka talaga, yung time management mo, yan ang unang-una talagang matututunan.
Yes, talaga. Super duper. As in, 1 minutong late ka lang. My goodness, ang sakit na. Minus ano na agad. Charet. Kanya, tapos ano pa, yung napaka-powerful na 1 minute. Dapat, pag isang minutong bigay sa'yo, makagawa ka ng miracle na isang dasal na, Lord, sana bumalik na yung babalik agad. Yun yung parang miraculous time ng mga, during ESL time, ng mga ESL teachers natin. So,
Yes,
yun.
Relate.
Pag-usapan natin yung mga challenges at miracles na yan later.
Parang may pinaghuhugutan ka, ma'am. Okay.
Anyway, oo. Kasi going back to your yung part ng lesson that time. Kasi yung time consumption kasi sa klase during ESL class, online ESL class, emphasize ko lang yan, compared sa classroom kasi magkaiba. Kasi yung sa classroom, it depends on yung age ng learner, di ba? Yung the more bata, the younger the learners, yung lesser ang time kasi yung attention span. But then, sa ESL magkaiba, di ba? 25, 30, 45, parang 45 to 1 hour yung the most. Pero nasa highest level na, yung medyo older na yung mga estudyante. And yun na nga sinabi ni Miss Christine, di ba, Miss Mavic, Miss Sydney, that every minute counts. Dapat
minutes or 30
Yes.
minutes,
Yes.
40 minutes, 45 minutes. Kasi there is a possibility the next class, yung next day, hindi mo na siya student.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, pagkatang gilas ka talaga 25 minutes na yan.
And that is one of the significance, one of the importance. Bakit kailangan yung mga teachers, ESL teachers, ng lesson plan for them to be able to maximize their time.
Yes,
Okay?
Yes. Okay, thank you. And also to addition ko lang, in addition to that, dapat malaman nyo rin na bayad yung time nyo within that 25 or 25 session class na yan. So, dapat talaga halabira. Slide number 10, student class age, level, and size. Take into account how many students you have and their age and English level. These factors will shape your entire lesson, and these details on your lesson plan will make it easier to reuse the plan for future classes. I have this company before that I was able to teach group classes with different levels of learning. So, kinategorize nila pag ito, kahit ilang taon ka na bata na student or na client, pag ito yung level of learning mo, ito dito ka na bibelong. So, if you want to build your own group classes or yes, if you want to build your own group class, you must also know how to categorize your learning according to their level of learning. So yes, ito not just the age but the level and also the size. You cannot cater parang para sa akin, you cannot cater more than 5 students.
In a 25-minute class.
Yes. Yes.
Ang
Talagang
hirap
problem
nun.
ko yan before. It's not 25 minutes. I guess it's 45 minutes.
45.
Pero, yes, pero talagang iba-iba. My God. Dito talaga masasabok yung tunay na
Yung
taas ng yung
pasensya mo
pasensya.
talaga.
Yes.
Oo.
Yes, okay. So you must emphasize on that also. And next, we have what we call the anticipated problems. Ito yon. Dito, kung ayaw niyo pag-usapan yung problema, dito pinag-uusapan ng problema. Okay. A lesson plan is a great place to note any potential problems you anticipate and how you plan to solve the problem. Kahit wala kang makikitang problema, dapat lagyan mo ng problema kasi bayad ka per hour, bayad ka per minute. Kaya kaya alam mo, dapat malaman mo ano yung, or bigyan mo ng solusyon yung na-create mong problem. At of course, yung problem na tinithink over mo is of course yung talagang alam mong mangyayari during your lesson. This could include providing fast finisher activities, filling leftover time, reducing side conversations during group work, or dealing with a technological issue. Ito talaga yung technological issue, number one problem ng mga ESL teachers. Yung iba, yung sa app nila, nagmi-maintenance, not just siguro mga kada isang
beses sa
buwan-buwan.
isang buwan.
Yes, meron
Tatapat
talagang
ka pa.
ganun. Yes. And having a plan in your place ahead of time to deal with these types of problems will allow you to remain calm and control during the class and reduce wasted time. Okay, let's talk about ito. Dapat di porket nagka-problema on your end or on their end, mararatel ka na. Hindi mo na alam anong gagawin mo. My goodness. You are an ESL teacher and again, an independent service provider. Dapat alam mo paano solusyonan. Alam mo paano mag-create ng calm and healthy environment, or ano ba yung safe environment pa rin sa mga teacher, sa mga students mo. Kasi kung matatakot ka na, di mo na alam, kinakabahan ka na, tulo na yung pawis mo dito. Parang mawawalan ka ng students pag ganun.
Out of focus ka na.
Oo.
Yes.
And that's what we call, yung naalala ko sa klase naman, thank you sa sa mga teachers ko, yung classroom management. Diba? Then papasok yung classroom management.
Yes.
If you're a good teacher having a good classroom management skills, kahit pa siguro 10 yung estudyante mo in a 45-minute class, kaya mong gawin yun.
Yes. At saka isa pa, di ba kasi minsan yung matatapat na student sa'yo, alam na yung lesson mo.
Oo.
Nahihirapan ka kung paano mo ituturo sa kanya, kung paano mo kasi minsan mapapansin mo yung student, alam niya na yan, kaya minsan di ka pinapansin, di ba? So talagang kailangan meron kang strategy. Malupit na estrahiya.
Yes, dapat set mo rin sa mind mo na mas matalino ka kaysa sa mga estudyante mo.
Yes.
Tsaka naman, lamang din naman tayo kasi let's not degrade, but mas lamang yata yung mga Filipino kaysa sa pagtuturo or pagli-learn. Ano ba yun?
Yung pagtuturo ng English kasi nga yung mga Filipinos kasi tayo, flexible tayo, di ba? So kaya yung mga ESL companies, they prefer na i-hire yung mga Filipino teachers kasi alam nila magagaling.
Yes, may student nga ako before, sabi niya, swerte na tayo dito kasi yung government natin allows yung mga Americans or mga American culture, American language, learning American language. Sa kanila kasi hindi daw. And then, in their younger age, they were not able to practice such language. Kaya talagang nahirapan, pati adults nila talagang beginner pa rin hanggang ngayon yata.
Kasi nasa culture din nila.
Yes.
And this is the reason bakit very in demand yung mga Filipino ESL teachers natin dito ng mga foreign learners. It's because, say for example, yung mga friendly Asian countries natin ng mga clients, isa din kasi sa requirement nila is for them to learn the English language for military purposes. Correct me if I'm wrong, di ba? Kasi yung recently, yung means of instruction nila sa class, di ba, mandated na sa kanila yun. Parang ROTC sa atin yun. Iba sa kanila. At a certain age, kailangan ka mag-render ng number of years of service sa kanila. So yung means of language ng training nila is English. So for them to be able to understand sa klase, military class nila, they need to learn English with tutor talaga.
advantage natin mga Filipino kasi nga, 'di ba, yung English as ano na natin din parang second language na rin
Second
natin
language.
siya, 'di ba? At saka since naging na-occupy tayo ng mga Americans before, kaya maagang na-introduce sa atin yung
Civilization.
language.
Oo.
Yes, okay. All right, thank you so much. And next we have the teaching or no, saan ba ako?
Yes, teaching.
Sorry. Teaching method. So keeping a teaching method in mind can be helpful for organizing information activities during the lesson planning stage. Ito yung mga teaching method na applicable if you have single client within that hour session. Dapat related siya sa students or i-apply mo siya depende sa needs ng student mo. So we have the direct method, the grammar translation method, the audio lingual method, the structural approach, Suggestopedia, and the total physical response, communicative language teaching, and the lexical approach. So ito yung mga klase ng mga method na let's say for example, alam mo na kung ano yung needs ng isang client mo, kaya pili ka na lang dito kung alin dito yung nababagay para sa kanya. Para naman mas comprehensive yung learning ninyo, di ba?
Yes.
Okay, and additional any add-ons?
Out of the examples you gave, Miss Christine, ito yung very familiar to all. Yung total physical response, also known as TPR.
Number 1 yan sa ESL.
Oo, for the beginner teachers, ito din, grammar translation, di ba? Kasi foreign yung mga kliyente natin. So, as simple as yung mga greetings, good morning, ano yun sa Chinese, ano yun sa Korean. So, as teachers, para tayo, may makaka-relate sa atin, makakapag-form tayo ng bond sa mga estudyante natin, saka sa parents nila. We also need to learn some simple phrases sa language nila. Then, to be translated into English para mas madaling maintindihan nila. And also, ginagamit ko to sa class ko dati, audiolingual method. So, pinaparinig ko sa kanila yung conversation. Mostly sa sa mga advanced level na conversation. Yes. O comprehension nito At saka, pagmamaster. Lalo na, Miss Mavic, yung tongue twister. Oo. Paano ba pino-pronounce yung mga words sa tongue twister exercise?
Yes.
And sa structural approach naman, ito yung more on structures like grammars, ito yung mga pang-advanced.
Listen, di ba? Usually, mga
bird. Parang gano'n.
Yung mga simple,
yes. Butterfly, I don't know. Parody. Okay, so yun yung mga usual TPRs na ginagamit ng mga nasa ESL or mga ESL teachers. Next up, we have the basic structure of an ESL lesson plan. The basic structure of an ESL lesson plan. So let's talk about it. Learning objectives, we all know what SMARTS means. Okay, so we have the specific, M for measurable, yes, attainable, relevance, yung R or result oriented, and then we have the time bounded, and
yung S. Ano ba yung S?
Alam. Wait.
Sobra ng S.
StudentCentered.
Parang smart lang yun.
Specific, measurable, attainable.
Okay.
Realistic, time-bounded, saka student-centered.
It's either real, talaga.
Oo. Kasi most often, smart lang yung natin, na-encounter.
Gabili pala. Facilitator.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that clarification, Miss Celeste. All right, let's move on. Charet, move on na tayo. Okay, so examples of lesson objectives. So you do not use generic and unrelated to the lesson topic. Example, students will master the grammar point. Ang sobrang lawak pag sinabing grammar. Okay. So wag tayong mag-generalize, wag nating i-widen yung lesson natin. Let's just be specific sa lesson natin. So students will learn how to use a simple future to discuss upcoming plans. So let's say for example, you use short stories or stories that will also determine how they are going to apply simple future tense at the end of the lesson or dun sa activity na or sa practice time na para naman na achievable, dapat specific talaga po, right?
Yeah. Check.
Okay. Check. Okay, another one we have another. Parang ito yung time na parang
technological issue. Technical issue. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So move on tayo. Okay. Examples. Another example, unquantifiable. By the end of the lesson, the students will understand the past perfect tense. Parang napakalawak.
Or understand.
Yes.
How are you going to quantify their comprehension on that?
Yes, okay. So dapat measurable tayo. Applicable pa rin yung SMART. I-apply pa rin yung meaning ng SMART. So measurable. By the end of the day, by the end of the lesson, students will be able to demonstrate knowledge of the proper form of the past perfect by writing 5 sentences in the past perfect tense. So parang achievable naman po pag 5 past perfect tense lamang na sentence na kaya gawin ng isang client mo or estudyante mo after the given lesson. Okay, wag na siguro 10 kasi time consuming na yun. 5 is good enough. Okay, next up we have the teacher-centered no. Okay, I'll explain the passive voice by using a visual aid and a worksheet. Of course, you do not consume the time just by blah, 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 everything. Ikaw lang yun. Dapat, ano ba yun? 30% teacher, 70% student, right po?
More talk time for the student.
Yes, okay. Dapat student-centered tayo. Pag ayaw magsalita ng estudyante, dapat may strategy ka. Paano mo sila pasalitain? Okay. Students will identify verbs in the passive voice by underlining them in a text. Okay. Itong example na ito is student-centered. Think of any other activities or any other yung makukuha mo yung attention niya for him or her to speak out or ano yung para naman mas yung ma-apply mo talaga yung student-centered na klase ng yes. Okay, thank you for that. Next up, for the materials, must be relevant to the lesson, realistic and appropriate, visible and colorful, user-friendly. Okay, user-friendly. Talagang dapat user-friendly. And also, I would like to add, yun nga, yung example ko, avoid tabo realia, tabo materials, tabo topics para naman wala kang masasagasaan na culture. 'Di ba? Kasi iba yung culture natin sa mga students natin. Iba yung dito sa Pinas, be covered in the lesson. Warmer should be short and motivational. So ito yung before mag-start ng lesson nyo, ito yung sinasabi nilang ano ba yun?
Motivation.
Yes, motivation part. Kung hindi ka kakanta, si student yung kakanta. Kung hindi ka sasayaw, si student, kayong dalawa ni student yung sasayaw. So, pero dapat related pa rin siya. It's either sa topic, it's not really necessary na related siya sa previous topic niyo. Pwede rin related siya sa
present
topic. Yes, upcoming topic niyo or topic for today ninyo. So that's it for the warmer. It is also important because here you're going to build a friendly environment, conducive learning environment na mag-stay. Kasi yung iba, yung student, pag hindi ka gusto, mag-out yun. I-off ang cam. Para kang para kang tanga. Just to control the
si Hodini, yung estudyante mo. Now you see, now you don't.
Yes, kaya ito importante din to build friendship, parang makuha mo yung loob ng estudyante mo during this time pa lang para mag-stay siya within 25 minutes. Yan. So next, for the presentation. The presentation of an ESL lesson generally introduces the topic, grammar points, vocabulary, and or key expressions to be taught. This segment of the plan is where the teacher takes on the lead role and has students listen to and repeat phrases. So this is applicable for beginners kasi yung mga advanced learners mo, ayaw niyan yung tayo yung nagbabasa. Gusto nila sila yung nagbabasa. Depende pa rin yun sa student mo. So, this is best for beginners na ikaw yung parang nagtitake ng lead, tapos mimimic ka niya para makuha niya yung sound. Let's say, for example, you're learning a certain or particular language for this day. So, kailangan mong, I remember 3 times mo dapat ulit-ulitin hanggang sa makuha niya. And also for this, in this section, this is where you are, kasi kung sa magfa-facilitate ka na, yes, you are a facilitator during the whole class, but if in the presentation section, you are not really the facilitator if your student is a beginner only. So doon ka na magfa-facilitate after the presentation, yung sa practice na, yung ipare-remind mo na sa kanya ano ang napag-aralan for today, or okay, ano ang pagbasa nito, or English. How do you pronounce this one? Something like that. Okay, parang ganon. So parang doon ka na mag-full ng full blast ka ng facilitation, as a facilitator sa practice time na. For me, well, it really depends dun sa strategy na gagamitin mo, and also depends on your students' learning. So practice time. Here, students begin to practice with the target language. This is a guided section of the class, one in which the role of the teacher is to give examples and monitor students' responses. Okay, so ito yun. Ito yung sinasabi natin. Alright, so klaro na yung practice.
Activity time.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes, I remember when I was under the Japanese company, yung practice time nila mas mahaba kaysa sa word of the day, which is yung focus ng lesson lamang. Word of the day, and then sample sentences, mga 5 lang. And then i-relate ko yung mga nalalaman ko about that word, and then sila din parang may comprehensive na nangyayari. And then after that, more on practice session na, sila na doon. And then it's just me to correct them, to give responses, to give feedback sa mga answers nila, parang gano'n. Okay. 22nd slide, the production. The production is perhaps the most important part of an ESL lesson to get the students producing the language practice. Okay, at least one, but usually 2 student-centered activities should be done during the production segment of a class. The teacher should simply monitor students at this point, jumping in only to help with major mistakes or to clarify instructions. So parang ano rin siya, related siya sa practice. Yes, application. Dito talaga yung na-apply ni student, yung makakabuo na siya ng own sentence niya regarding sa topic, sa language target na for today's lesson, parang ganun, or for this hour's lesson. Ito na yung makabuo siya ng iilang sentences on his own without me, whispering, parang ganun. So yes, that's it, the production. And then for the review time, leaving time for review helps assess student learning while ending on a high note. Some things to think about for review. So was there a common mistake? Parang ito yung feedback time, Ma'am Sel, tama? Okay, so when giving a feedback, it is also important to apply the sandwich method. Positive, negative, positive, right? Yung magbibigay ka na, sisimulan mo ng magandang papyaw about the lesson. And then pag may nakita kang mga mali, of course, need mo rin talagang maging honest para alam niyo kung saan, especially the adult learners. They really wanted, talagang hihingin na before the lesson, kahit malate ka sa next mo, pag di mo binigay ka, talagang kawalan yun sa'yo. Talagang isa rin to sa dapat i-focus mo na parang alam niya kung ano yung natutunan niya for today, saan siya magpo-focus sa next, ano yung mga kulang for today, at ano yung para pag next prepared siya if in case may question. During a lesson review, you could award students for participation and or behavior. Asking questions or facilitating some sort of quiz is another wonderful idea. Okay, so yes, this is a time talagang to the effort yung mga ESL teacher. Talagang before Ma'am Sel, 'di ba, may parang requirement na bibili tayo ng candy. Dapat may
may mga
kasama yan sa
may reward.
Yes, so pa reward.
toys na mga food for reward system. Oo.
Yes, stuffed toys.
Grabe kung damukal yun dito. Meron ako
Yes.
dito.
Yes. Okay, parang ano rin kasi di lang gamit yung stuffed toys for for parang material sa class mo, for reward din siya, and then for motivation din siya sa learner. I remember one of my students would ask me, kasi pinakita ko yung mga toys ko sa kanya, and then he point out yung Iron Man. Yun yung gusto daw niya. Gusto niya yun lang yung papakita ko. So, yun lang din yung hawak-hawak ko. And especially during the during the after review session or the feedback session, teacher, since we're done with our class, can I have the Iron Man daw? So, itatapat ko lang siya. Parang gagawa ka lang ng sound effect. Boof! Here's your Iron Man. Parang ganun. So, talagang importante din yun. Okay. Yung mga, ano ba yun? Yung mga, ano ba yun? Rewards for students. Next, extra activities. Ito yun. Have an extra activity or two up your sleeve just in case. You never know when something will run short or long. So this is applicable if your student is, talagang alam mo
matalino.
Yes. Parang yung parents na lang yung nag-choose ng lesson sa kanila, pero teacher, I already know about that. Can we do something
Pero
like this?
din, if I may add, yung extra activities din very important din kasi there are times na yung prepare nating activities hindi suwak sa taste ni learner. So parang may buffer tayong additional activity na pwede nating maibigay sa kanila. So for example, yung yung recent na binibigay natin, parang, di ba, tinitingnan natin yung mga reactions ng mga estudyante, if they're bored or what, if yung level ng participation nila is high, mataas ba or medyo mababa. So kung medyo mababa, so switch tayo ng ibang activity for them.
Tama. Ganun talaga pag teacher, no? Before, yung di pa uso yung online teaching, alam niyo yung mga teachers or mga private man, mapapublic, talagang dala-dala nila is mga lalaking bags with all the with all the
visual aids,
papers.
mga...
Yes, na nakalukot na ganun. So, teachers are always ready all the time, 24/7, parang ganun. Parang na-expect nila si teacher to be a superhero. Okay, we have a backup plan. Yes, a backup plan is a must. If you hope to use technology in your lesson plan for it not to work. talaga. Or for there to be glitches. Yes, this is really true. Make sure you have all backup materials ready ahead of time and check computers and projectors before class. In some countries abroad, power outages happen frequently. Oh, not just abroad, but here in our country also, in some of the provinces. If you rely too much on electricity to power your lesson, what would you do if electricity goes out? Okay, magandang question nga to. This is good for someone who wants to build the ESL company. Hindi naman company, parang group of ano lang. Siguro may kakilala ka, parang yes, parang ganun. Ano ba? Ano ba pwedeng gawin?
Para magkatayo ka ng center, di ba?
Yes. Ano ba pwedeng gawin?
Ano din, di ba sa locality natin, Miss Christine, hindi naman pinagkakaila yung mga power outages sa lugar natin. So, especially yung nakarely talaga tayo sa electricity. So, merong mga available na portable na mga generators diyan na pwede natin magamit.
Nauso yung
kalimutan ko yun. Dapat nga pala may
mga backup na sinasabi. Kaya nauso yung mga yan, generator.
And yes, and this is not only applicable
talaga yung laptop mo. I have known some ESL teachers have one PC, one laptop for their backups, parang ganun. So yes, importante din yun. And another one, may nakalimutan yata ako. Wait, naalala ko, nakalimutan ko na naman. Yes, if you're planning to apply for a company, certain company, ESL company, meron kasi yun sa kanila gumagamit ng application to teach. Pero pwede rin naman din siyang ma-download. So download mo na lang in advance in PDF form, I guess. Yes, i-download mo lang siya in advance para in case if magluko yung ano nila application, you can share screen and also you can mapakita mo yung PDF form ng lesson ninyo. Okay? And think ka na lang ng mga additional activity kasi boring kasi pag PDF lang siya yung Yes, okay. Yeah, iba talaga yung yung may sound, yung parang sa company sound nila. Yes. Okay, so just a hint, that's it. All right, we're down to our 27th slides. One of the best parts about making basic lesson plans is once you have a stock of them, they can be reused in the future. You'll save yourself a lot of time as a teacher in years to come, especially if you plan on continuing to teach English overseas. Yes, it is really important para sa mga beginners dyan na gustong magpatayo ng centers, gawa na lang kayo ng maramihang or bulk of lesson plans. Categorize it accordingly para magamit niyo siya in the future. Talagang may paggagamitan yung mga ganyan nyo o yung mga lesson plans ninyo. Okay. And here. Okay. Wow. We are on the last part. Hindi ko na malaya. Okay. We are on the last part of our slide. So let us all remember, it is not what is poured into the student, but what is planted that counts. Okay, by E.P. Burton. Okay. So any add-ons, Charlotte?
Oh, talking about lesson plans kasi since ang daming nagsusulputang mga centers ng ESL na gustong magtayo ng kanilang mga sariling ESL companies. Having those mga lesson plans, pwede ring mapagkakitaan ng mga ESL teachers noon. How? Pwede niyong i-share or ibenta yun. Diba?
Yes, tama.
Sa mga different social media platforms.
Tama. Pwede niyo mabenta yung mga nagawa niyong mga lesson plans. Talagang, may iba kasi talagang natatayuan na ng center, especially if alam niyo yun, nakakuha sila ng clients. Yung talagang, ay, kaya ko naman itong mag-isa. May client na naman ako, yung close na client ko. Why not? May direct contact naman ako sa client ko. Why not? Talagang gamit ito. At saka alam naman natin yung yung persentuhan kapag under agency ka or under company ka nag-apply.
Oo. And yes, may nagpapatanong sa atin dito from our 2,300 na viewers. May nagpapatanong. Christine, as an experienced ESL teacher, di po ba provided yung lesson plan sa ESL company? Based po sa experience nyo.
Yes, as I said earlier, if you're applying under for a company or ESL company, most of them would the lesson plan or lesson material is provided na naman po. Pero just in case if you wanted to build your own center and just in case if may potential client na gustong it happens kasi sa akin na gustong mag-build kami ng center but then again it wasn't successfully realized kasi I don't know what happened, parang nawala na lang yung contact namin and then I switched to freelancing na. So pinagawa niya ako ng tawag doon? Lesson plan. Tsaka pwede
Christine, paki-unshare muna yung screen mo habang sige, please do. Yes, let's continue.
Okay. Pwede, ginawa ko siya through Canva. Marami po talagang educational na or related na slides or related na para doon ka colorful, more on educational na pang lesson planning niya talaga doon sa Canva. So yun yung ginawa ko pero it was not, as I said, it was not realized kaya stop.
All right. So yan, mga kaibigan, yung presentation ni Miss Christine. And I hope nakatulong ito especially for those beginner teachers as well as yung may experience na talaga sa ESL teaching who are having difficulty in planning their lessons. Diba? Kahit naman provided ng yung mga materials ng company niyo, iba pa rin yung handa ka Kasi materials lang, lesson materials lang, pero yung mga yung gagawin mo, yung mga supplemental activities na pwede mong i-incorporate sa klase mo, sa'yo yun eh. Di ba?
Tama.
Do you have something to add, Miss Mavic?
Okay. Kasi pag ESL ka nga, di ba, dapat flexible ka nga. So, kailangan, kagaya nga nung sinabi ni Miss Christine, dapat talaga prepared ka. So, kahit na hindi ka marunong gumawa ng lesson plan, kailangan kasi mag-add-ons ka na nga eh. Kumbaga add-ons na yun, no? Yung mag-add ka talaga na activity. Para lang talagang mas bukod dun sa activities na nasa sa platform, masusubukan mo talaga kung talagang may natutunan yung mga bata kung gagawa ka ng sarili mo.
Yes, tama.
Yes.
Tsaka madali lang naman siguro gumawa ng lesson plan ngayon. Guided na,
Ang
may
dami na
internet.
kasi ngayon, di ba? Marami ka na makikita ng mga, and also, di ba, kagaya ng nabanggit mo, may Canva, tapos di ba yung episode natin last week, di ba, merong mga, kung meron kang sariling company na ba, mag-build ka ng sarili mong center, yun, pwede kayong, may mga quizzes, yung mga online na, online na apps na pwede mo siyang gamitin, oo. Yes, yung pang activity sa mga bata.
Yes, and for that, dahil suking-suki na natin to si Miss Christine, dito sa FOPSCo Academy, and through this webinar, through the knowledge that you have shared with us as well, your experience mo, Miss Christine, ang daming natulungan at na-enlighten, na-unburden yung mga mga problema ng mga ESL teachers. And for that, we're gonna give you a little token.
Wow.
That you can use. Okay. Oo. Para level up yung career ni Miss Christine.
Dagdag yan. Addition sa iyong collection.
Yes. Okay. So we are giving you the certificate of appreciation hereby awarded to Miss Christine Dalboyco for being a resource person on the webinar session entitled Teaching Outside the Box, a guide in organizing ESL lesson plan initiated by the Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative or FOPSCo Academy held on April 19, 2022. Signed by FOPSCo Chairperson Rochefel Rivera de Ocampo and yung Nambu Budol Kings, yung FOPSCo Academy Administrator natin, Sir Dennis Baguio. By the way, nanonood si Sir Dennis.
Wow! Hi, Sir!
Hi, Dennis!
I miss you, Sir Dennis.
Hello, Sir Dennis.
And for that, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, Miss Christine, would you like to share with us at saka sa mga nanonood natin kung saan ka namin mahagilap? Dear.
Yes. Baka meron kang page na gusto mong i-share, meron kang gustong pasalamatan, it's your time.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank Miss Celeste personally for everything you've done. Sa pambubudol, exposure na rin to, charet. Okay. Talaga, nagpo-practice ako on how to be, not to be a camera shy kasi
yes.
Parang yun yung asset mo when it comes, para ma-ace mo yung interview mo sa upcoming na,
Well, actually, marami ang mga freelancer, marami ang nahihiya actually na ganyan mag-Facebook Live. You know guys, ito na yung chance nyo, di ba? Ini-invite ko yung mga kagaya ni Christine na gusto nyo ng magkaroon ng accountability. Eto na, nandito ang FOPSCo Academy, di ba? Nandito kami para maging accountability nyo live, Facebook Live. Message nyo lang kami dito sa FOPSCo Academy. Okay, Miss Christine, meron ka pang gustong idagdag?
If you'd like to, or you can follow me, search nyo lang at KDB Virtualent. Di ko pa na-change yung name. So, at KDB Virtualent sa Instagram, Christine Dalboyco sa LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. Yeah, parang ganun lang. So, that's it.
LinkedIn.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Christine. Miss Celeste?
Thank you so much, Filipinas, for joining us for today's episode. Guys, hope to see you again next Tuesday. Before doing so, please join our growing family here dito sa FOPSCo by liking our page dito sa facebook.com FOPSCo.ph, a national-based cooperative for Filipino online professionals. Meron din kaming, pwede nyo pa din kaming ma-visit sa IG, Instagram, YouTube, at LinkedIn. At meron na din tayong YouTube. Okay, for those yung mga friends niyo gusto niyo ma-share itong episode na to, as well as the other FOPSCo webinar episodes, you can visit our Facebook page at saka yung YouTube channel natin, FOPSCo.ph. Now, if you had some takeaways in tonight's show, please share this episode so others can also learn like you. Diba? Sharing is giving, is loving. So, and for FOPSCO members dyan, magpa-FOPSCO member na kayo, Miss Christine. Apply ka na. I'd like to gather. Please join our Zoom co-working every Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Just go and visit FOPSCO.ph co-working. And also, we would like to thank FOPSCO Media. Kung wala ang FOPSCO Media, wala tayong for giving you this wonderful show and for giving you Miss Christine. Okay, now join us again next week for another show with another special guest. Wag kayong lalagpas. Be sure to be there with us. Now, everybody, for our FOPSCO family, 1, 2, 3, go.
Let's keep growing together. Good night, everyone. See you again next Tuesday. Thank you so much.
I hope that here we will all grow together.
We grow together.